Hey there, everybody. Tricia Turner here. Wanted to send out a little message, an inspirational message this morning. It just came to me. As December rolls along here, I look at my last year, and I'm always reflecting on how the year went, what I want to do differently for the next year, goal setting and all that. And my real estate team, we're goal setting. We already did our goal setting for next year. And I'm meeting with my agents individually and doing stuff with them now for the rest of this month. But, I heard this podcast today, and here's one thing that's super cool is you're surrounded by the right people when you get a text in the morning from a friend of yours or an agent or someone in your tribe, your life, that sends you something that's really cool. And like this morning, Linda, who is a good friend of mine and also an agent on our team, she sent me this super freaking cool podcast, and she was like, man, this made me think of you. And so I listened to it, of course, and it was amazing. And then I was like, that was really cool. That made her think of me. And I was immediately grateful and thankful, and it reinforced knowing that I have the right people in my life. But when you're going through life, it's often times we can be our own worst enemy, our own worst critic. Oh, gosh, I wish I would have really done this, or why haven't I done this yet? Why can't I have this? Why this? Why that? And what we need to think about always and remember is, okay, maybe you're not where you wanted to be or you thought you would be, but thank God you're not where you used to be. And what comes to me when I think about that is my little boy who turned 20 this year, special needs, in case you don't know. So his first 10 years of his life, he was tube fed. See, he had a little feeding tube in his stomach, and I had to feed him with a tube for 10 years. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. For the first 3 years of his life, he was medically critical, like not sure he was going to even make it. And when he was born immediately medically challenged. And at that time, my now ex-husband and I owned the tanning salon. And we were also in the tanning salon, working all the time, of course. And so anyone that knows me knows I'm a talker and I'm in sales. And so our sales were good. We were, right next to the gym. We had a great clientele. And when my son was born and he was so medically challenged, it became apparent I had to be with him constantly. It took constant care. So it took me out of the tanning salon. We had to hire people and replace me. Of course, it did, and our sales plummeted. So anyway, to make a long story short, he had so many medical challenges, and this is a whole new way of life for me. I never had a tube-fed kid before. I don't know anything about any of the stuff that's going on. And so his only means of nutrition and food were Pediasure by the can. And because he was tube-fed, then that was his only means of sustaining him. And we'd have to get it by the cases. I mean, cases, y'all. I'm not kidding. Loads, like a pallet full, pallets full. And it was super expensive. It is super expensive. And at that time, our tanning salon was plummeting. And we were self-employed. We had lots of bills. And so my medical bills, of course, it was a dark time. And I got on that program called WIC at that time. And WIC would pay for my son's Pediasure so that I could feed him. And I remember the first time going into Kroger's and using a WIC coupon. I'd never done that before, so I didn't know anything about that. And I felt embarrassed, honestly. And, because I'm a hard worker, why do I have to use this? What's happening? And so the moral of the story is that went on for probably a year or two. So I ended up selling the tanning salon. And fast forward, of course, in real estate, and loving every minute of it. But during that time, there was a girl that worked at Kroger's, and most of the time I'd have to go there at least every 2 weeks to get a shipment, and they'd have the special order because it was so much quantity. And most of the time people would want to deal with me because I think they looked down because she's that one with the tube-fed kid, and she's got a WIC voucher. She's poor, right? And so they were looked down on me, and it's like just even the cashiers and the managers, right? But there was this one girl, and shame on me that I don't remember her name because she was such a huge part of my life. Somehow she found I was trying to get help one day to get his supplies, and she was back working, and she was like, "What's going on? What can I help you with?" And she helped me, and from there on out, for the rest of the time that I needed Justin's formula, I would just I had her phone number, and I could call her, and I'd be like, "Hey, what day are you working this week? Can I come in? Can you have his Pediasure ready?" And she always would. Never judge me, never look down on me. She was sweet as could be. She made my life so much easier during such a hard time in my life. She had grace. She was non-judgmental. And so, looking back on 2020, if you're not where you thought you were going to be this year, if you didn't reach your goals, don't beat yourself up. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for where you are. And grace. Give anybody grace, because you never know what kind of challenge they're going through in their life and what kind of dark places they're in. And then be appreciative of the people that are in your life, because God puts people in our lives for a reason, sometimes only for a season. But whatever that is, be grateful for them, grateful for your life, and stay in gratitude. Y'all have a great day. Bye.